If we clear out the lines, the most mesmerizing star I recognize is the star that could amaze in our sky. It is this one, Betelgeuse or Scarab Pulverize. It's a red, very Goliath star. What's more, on the vague possibility that you put it where the sun is, it would reach out to the orbit of Jupiter. It's tremendous, completely whimsical, and going to explode. It's not as clear as it appears to be in the universe. These Goliath events, like the most irrationally feared colossal starbursts, could shake all that we see. Regardless, do whatever it takes not to see its middle. Betelgeuse has been seen as a sign, a red, exceptionally Goliath star that is normally more huge than our sun. Brian Cox and other space specialists figure it could go supernova, which has made people frightened about what will occur next. The James Webb Space Telescope is taking staggering photographs of the star, raising the question of when Betelgeuse will turn into a supernova and what titanic impact it will have on Earth. Let's sort out the star in the fabulous body Orion that shines so brilliantly that even people from a long while ago have seen it. The brilliant star Betelgeuse is situated on the eastern shoulder of the group of stars Orion. It is the second biggest star in the star grouping, and its name comes from this feature, the monster shoulder. It is conceivably one of the most splendid stars in the night sky. On top of being astonishingly splendid, the star is likewise an odd shade of red, which, as we will see, proposes inconvenience. We've had some enormous involvement with Betelgeuse for quite a while. A Greek inspector named TMY also focused on it. Around that time, the first thing people perceived about stars was their assortment, and TMY said that it was a Takashian, minimal animal juice orange in variety. Scientists have been focusing on the star significantly more eagerly of late, and now they have a better understanding of what makes it such an unusually brilliant star. One of these attributes is that the star changes brightness a great deal, with an obvious size of 0.6. Betelgeuse is a variable star, which means that its brilliance changes over time. Recently, experts have found some new information about the star. In 2019, agents initially saw that Betelgeuse was acting curiously. Despite the fact that Betelgeuse didn't completely stop shining, it wasn't the same. It had turned out to be considerably less brilliant, sparkling at a level of around 1.6. Specialists quickly began to examine the reason why they were seeing the 10th most splendid star above in this unconventional manner. Agents expected to offer a shocking clarification in light of their research, which uncovered unusual signs from the star. According to their discoveries, Betelgeuse could go supernova at any second. Brian Cox, a famous analyst, shared this surprisingly dangerous clarification as a distinguished professor of particle physics at the University of Manchester School of Physics and Cosmology. You shouldn't take his viewpoint as a joke. He, too, has a science show, writes famous science books, and is the Royal Society Professor for Public Engagement with Science. Brian Cox says that Betelgeuse seems to be a ticking time bomb, as it could go off without timely notification to crumble the situation. The James Webb Space Telescope has shown an epic amount of evidence to back up this clarification. Regardless, what unusual signs has Betelgeuse been showing that have caused such a stir in space science? With the new information about Betelgeuse, the star has been named a supernova candidate, although analysts are still unsure when it will explode. The fact that frightening Betelgeuse is twice the mass of the sun is one explanation for this classification. A star, as it's been said, ought to be a few times the mass of the sun to be known as a supernova. Things get really interesting, however, because scientists have used different tools to research Betelgeuse. For example, the James Webb Space Telescope and the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory have been used to see what's happening in space around Betelgeuse. What they found is still a mystery. It was born on August 31st, a truly long time ago. Around that time, the star seemingly offered unusual hints that made its future hazy. What did they find? Well, they could get curious light waves coming from the star, or rather, from Betelgeuse, which is incredibly curious. Anyway, it wasn't the only thing experts saw from the star. This takes us back to the likelihood that Betelgeuse is a star whose brilliance changes now and then. It was said that frightening Betelgeuse darkened down at regular intervals and had dull spots like our sun today. However, the circumstances are different. It changes from bright to dim twice as fast as it used to, which is another astonishing sign that Betelgeuse is acting unusually. Specialists found that the star's dimming cycle had hit a band of quality of plus 1.61 in February 2021. This was not long after the huge dimming event. Review how the star appeared to faint in an unusual manner in 2019. That is because it's typically known as the incredible dimming. We could see that the incredible dimming was the start of Betelgeuse's strange behavior, which made many people stress that Betelgeuse was going to explode. The range of dimming was from 1.2 somewhere between 2019 and 2020. Furthermore, the most diminished degree of darkening ever recorded was in 2019. So experts were sure that horrible Betelgeuse would go supernova in the next 100,000 years due to the remarkable darkening. There is a section occurring in the universe, so this is truly alarming. Specialists quickly changed their perspectives. However, when they saw what happened next, Betelgeuse got brighter again after the incomprehensible darkening, and it changed into something significantly more striking. Astrophysicist Andrea Dupree at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics says that the star is currently 150% brighter than usual, making it the seventh most brilliant star above. Scientists were frightened when they saw a red shine in the southern part of the sky. Today, it still gets more intriguing, since this has led to various speculations about what caused the incredible dimming. First, it's important to note that not all stars have the red shine of Betelgeuse. The red gleam of Betelgeuse means that it's a red supergiant star, which is the last phase of a star's life and death. The red gleam, on the other hand, is caused by a surface temperature of around 3,500 kelvins, which is much cooler than the outer layer of the Sun, which is 5,500 kelvins. Since Betelgeuse is cooler than our Sun, it emits less energy per unit of surface area. Regardless of the way that it is more gigantic, it will explode. Now, let's examine what the unusual dimming seemed to be. Brian Cox asks, does it really mean that Betelgeuse will go supernova? As a general rule, the fact that Betelgeuse is a red supergiant already indicates that it is almost done with its life as a star. A star that is dying will also frequently weaken over time, which is something that experts get. However, Betelgeuse's new amazing conduct has made experts much more focused. Besides, many telescopes are now focusing on the unprecedented dimming. Still, things get even more captivating since experts don't have a significant understanding of Betelgeuse. Scientists are now using the most cutting-edge gadgets to monitor the fascinating things happening around Betelgeuse. As scientists continue to monitor Betelgeuse's unusual behavior, many remain intrigued by the star's erratic dimming and brightening patterns. Despite its impending death, Betelgeuse still offers scientists valuable data about the life cycle of massive stars and their eventual fate. These studies, especially the ones led by the James Webb Space Telescope and other observatories, have allowed experts to track how the star's core is evolving and what the eventual explosion could look like when it does occur. However, while the telescope provides a wealth of information, it also raises more questions than answers. The discoveries are complex, and they highlight just how little we still know about the mechanisms behind supernovae. What happens to a star like Betelgeuse during the final stages of its life? And how does it transition into a supernova? The telescope's findings have revealed dust clouds, strange emissions, and even faint signals that suggest something is indeed happening deep within the star, but whether it's moving toward its explosive end remains a subject of ongoing debate. In the meantime, the scientific community is divided. Some experts remain cautious, unsure of when Betelgeuse will go supernova, while others argue that the recent signs of dimming and brightening could be precursors to a more imminent event. After all, stars of Betelgeuse's size don't live forever. As it nears the end of its life, it will undergo a series of transformations that could eventually lead to its dramatic death. What makes this process even more fascinating is that Betelgeuse's death could help scientists learn more about the origins of elements in the universe. When a massive star like Betelgeuse explodes, it releases a tremendous amount of energy and creates heavier elements such as gold, platinum, and uranium. These elements are then scattered across space. helping to seed new stars, planets, and even life. As researchers continue their work, they are also considering the broader implications of this extraordinary star's behavior. Could Betelgeuse's explosion cause any impact on Earth? While scientists generally agree that the distance between us and the star makes it unlikely to pose a direct threat, the event will still be a significant moment in astronomical history. The explosion could, however, send shockwaves through the universe that might affect the nearby regions of space. While Betelgeuse's fate is uncertain, one thing is clear. Its eventual supernova will be an event that scientists are eagerly anticipating, for both its dramatic spectacle and the wealth of knowledge it will bring. The star has already taught us much, and its final moments promise to be a spectacular show that will deepen our understanding of the cosmos and the life cycle of stars. Whether we're witnessing the last breaths of Betelgeuse or merely witnessing the build-up to a much larger cosmic event, its story will remain one of the most compelling chapters in the ongoing saga of our universe. As time goes on, the mystery of Betelgeuse will continue to unfold, offering us a glimpse into the powerful forces at play in the universe, and a reminder of just how much we have yet to learn. The star is a beacon of curiosity, and as scientists continue to monitor its every move, they're not just studying a star, they're studying the universe itself. Regardless, the way that Betelgeuse will make researchers certain when exactly it will happen stays confidential, on the off chance that we separate the universe without inclination. Very potentially one of the most dazzling stars and maybe the most shocking in our sky is Betelgeuse, regularly alluded to as Betelgeuse, this red beast star. When never set where the sun is, it would reach out to Jupiter's circle. This staggeringly colossal, precarious star is on the edge of an effect. The universe doesn't work in such direct terms. Strange, vast events like cosmic explosion occurrences can possibly totally upset our perspective, an idea that may possibly occur. Anyway, while the probability of Betelgeuse going cosmic explosion looms, researchers are still attempting to grasp the specific course of events of its death. As scientists proceed to assemble information from the most advanced space telescopes, for example, the James Webb Space Telescope and the Hubble Space Telescope, they stay mindful about foreseeing an impending blast, in spite of the star's surprising way of behaving, including the baffling darkening and lighting up cycles. There's no conviction about when Betelgeuse will at last reach the end of its life. Some estimate that it might still require a huge number of years before the star explodes. Yet others accept that it might happen significantly earlier, conceivably within the following couple of years or indeed, even months. The uncommon information accumulated by these powerful telescopes, alongside the star's flighty behavior, has kept researchers anxious. They are cautiously checking what is happening, utilizing each device available to them to distinguish any unpretentious changes that could indicate a cosmic explosion is not too far off. When Betelgeuse finally does detonate, it will send shock waves through the universe, delivering a tremendous amount of energy. The blast will momentarily surpass the whole system, apparent even from Earth, as brilliant as the full moon. While this event will be a fantastic, grandiose presentation, it won't represent an immediate danger to Earth, as the star is situated more than 600 light-years away. Anyway, the cosmic explosion will give an important opportunity for researchers to concentrate on the last phases of a gigantic star's life and the peculiarities related to such a rough occasion. Betelgeuse's approaching end isn't simply a logical interest. It is an indication of the immensity and unpredictability of the universe. Stars like Betelgeuse assume a basic part in the life cycle of universes, enriching the universe with the components required for new stars, planets, and possibly life itself. The passing of such a star isn't an end, but instead a change, as it delivers weighty components that will at last seed new heavenly frameworks. In the meantime, researchers continue to observe Betelgeuse and its behavior, sorting out the riddle of its future. With each new discovery, the secret grows and our comprehension of the universe expands. Maybe, in the coming years, we will witness one of the most phenomenal events in the universe: Betelgeuse's transformation from a monstrous red supergiant into an amazing cosmic explosion. Up to that point, The sky will remain a canvas of wonder, with Betelgeuse shining brightly, an update of the temporary nature of life in the universe, as we continue to check insect juice. The mystery surrounding its life extends. Cosmologists are especially zeroed in on the way that this star is approaching the finish of its life cycle, and its sporadic way of behaving is a piece of information that something unprecedented is preparing. It's vital to recollect that supernovae are not the last stage for all stars. For instance, smaller stars like our Sun will take their lives in a much calmer way, shedding their external layers and abandoning a white dwarf. Anyway, Betelgeuse is a monstrous red supergiant, and that implies that when it passes on, it will go out with a breathtaking bang, far not the same as the steady blurring of smaller stars. The sheer size of Betelgeuse makes it an intriguing subject for study. With a span multiple times bigger than the Sun, assuming that it were put at the focal point of our nearby planet group, it would reach out past the circle of Mars. This provides you with a feeling of exactly how monstrous it is contrasted with the Sun, which is already a giant by the standards of most stars. The size of Betelgeuse implies that it has consumed tremendous amounts of fuel in its lifetime. As it approaches the finish of its life, its center is quickly falling under the power of gravity. This breakdown is what eventually sets off the savage blast of a cosmic explosion. The interaction prompting the blast of Betelgeuse is mind-boggling. As it approaches cosmic explosion status, the center of the star begins to contract and heat up, while its external layers extend and cool. This makes an unstable climate with intermittent variances in brilliance. These progressions in brilliance, like the darkening of 2019, are hints that the star is entering a period of quick change. This darkening may be connected with a surge of material from the star's surface, which for a brief time clouds its light. Notwithstanding these varieties, Betelgeuse proceeds to emanate light, but erratically, making it an interesting article for study. The probability that Betelgeuse may be a possibility for a close-by cosmic explosion has drawn the attention of room organizations and specialists all over the planet. With current devices like the James Webb Space Telescope and the Hubble Space Telescope, researchers are gathering an uncommon amount of information on the star. These telescopes permit us to notice Betelgeuse in frequencies that were beforehand blocked off, like infrared, as well as bright contribution bits of knowledge into the star's inside processes. In addition to their observations, researchers are also utilizing modern models to recreate the way of behaving of enormous stars like Betelgeuse. These models help scientists predict the star's future behavior and estimate the course of events for when it will detonate. While the exact timing of Betelgeuse's cosmic explosion stays dubious, the ongoing data suggests that it could happen sooner rather than later. A few forecasts recommend that the blast could happen within the next couple of years, while others estimate it could take a few thousand years. No matter what the course of events, Betelgeuse's looming downfall will without a doubt be a milestone occasion in the investigation of heavenly development. Despite the fact that the blast of Betelgeuse won't present an immediate danger to Earth, it will still furnish researchers with a significant chance to concentrate on the last minutes of a huge star's life. By observing this event, astronomers will gain a better understanding of how such blasts contribute to the production of new components in the universe. These components are essential for the development of planets and life, connecting the demise of stars to the introduction of new inestimable structures.